Hello, everyone. Good morning. This is a very difficult time in every country. My warmest greeting from Rabat, the capital city of Morocco, to all of you here in Colorado Springs and to all those who are attending virtually. Dr. Catherine Thornton, Admiral Thomas Zelibor, Monsieur Brunswick, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am honored here today to share my views about what space science means to my organization, the Islamic World Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, ICESCO, and its 54 member states, collectively representing more than 1.7 billion people. I would also like to speak about some specific programs of our organization in its sciences, social human sciences, education and cultural directorate, and discuss the opportunities that we expect to result from our new and ongoing programs. We've all have gathered here in Colorado Springs this morning because we strongly believe that what we are doing is significant, not only for space, but also for the people living in Earth. It is our good fortune to live in an era where governments, space agencies, and other stakeholders in societies are investing heavily in space and scientific endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, our generation has been limited to this planet Earth due to gravitational constraint. But we saw those limits broken when the first man breached the confines of the Earth's atmosphere. For a future generation, this has pushed back our boundaries to not only allowing us to explore, but to spread humanity across the cosmos. It now remains to be seen how future generations will create a mutual benefit so that no nation is left behind in exploiting the bounties of the vast universe. I see a time coming soon when we start exploring space together. We will not be Americans, Europeans, Asians, Africans, but we will be humans who represent this planet we call home. I've seen this phenomenon previously when people from neighboring rival countries meet in a foreign lands and leave animosities behind as they recognize shared heritage. I am thus hopeful that when humans travel together to distant galaxies, we shall do it in peace and harmony as representative of this planet and not as distinct races or nationalities. Therefore, to maintain peace in this race for outer space dominance, we need to reaffirm our commitment to unity and intensify our dialogue to reach a common and universal understanding of our shared responsibilities on Earth and in outer space. Such a dialogue needs to happen urgently as the space race intensifies. As Neil Armstrong said, this is one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. Let us therefore hope that the exploration of space will improve the well being of mankind as a whole and not accentuate disadvantages or risk mankind's destruction. Therefore, I urge you all to engage the world leaders and governments. We must also engage the youth, women, and marginalized communities and help this group to see the world in a different way beyond political and racial perspective, but rather as astronauts see the Earth from space as one world. On Earth, we're limited by our national boundaries, but also by the physical one that we cannot traverse unassisted. However, space is infinite, and the discoveries that we can make there together are limitless. I think the time has come that we modify the phrase think globally, act locally, to think cosmically, act globally. I have high hopes that our allegiance for the development of space related scientific progress will achieve our goals towards the betterment of humanity on Earth as we pursue our vision for space exploration. To this end, ICESCO has created innovative and inclusive initiatives that engage youth and women peace builders for a world of hope. Along the same lines, ICESCO has also started to reflect on the use of artificial intelligence for peace to be integrated into the education system of its member state, and we're working hard to engage our member state to help shape the future of a human involvement in space. Together, let us think, act, and work to make space the new frontier for peace. Working to improve life on Earth, ICESCO has invested heavily to improve the water, sanitation, hygiene conditions in schools, initiating a workshop program in more than 1,000 schools. Furthermore, to promote innovation, ICESCO has launched an accelerator program for startups, initially in more than 20 member states. ICESCO is also providing financial support to women and youth in 10 African countries to help them set up small, innovative businesses. In addition to looking towards the future, ICESCO believes strongly in preserving our heritage for future generations and has thus registered more than 330 historic and cultural sites in the last couple of years. We envisage registering and preserve 1,000 heritage sites by 2025. We've created 30 chairs for science, education, and culture sectors, and we will be providing financial as well as in-kind support for these chairs initially for 5 years. Our aim is to reach 100 scientific chairs by 2025. We at ICESCO believe that the New World Order shall be about empowering all segments of society and not only benefiting the wealthy. The world we envision for the future would enjoy greater harmony with more equitable resource distribution. It is thus imperative that the developing world help bridge these gaps and not only continue space exploration, but also apply technologies developed for space exploration to benefit the economic growth of all nation states. The people of every nation should be able to look up at the sky at night and see space as the birthright of each of us. In order to create awareness in our member states, ICESCO, in partnership with the United States Space Foundation, is holding the Global Space Forum in November this year to develop space science entrepreneurial mindsets in citizens of its member states, and to provide a forum for networking, outreach, and interactive sessions involving leaders in the field for the purpose of educating the major stakeholders in academia, industry, governments, organizations, as well as develop a partnership with individual scholars, professionals, leaders, and entrepreneurs. We welcome such collaborations with other partners as well, which should be based on mutual and institutional agreements and projects of a mutual benefit that have clear goals and objectives, and more importantly, can deliver tangible, effective outcomes and solutions. I believe that empowering youth through space inspired technologies, providing them with a platform to develop their skills, gain scientific knowledge, disseminate it back to societies, is imperative for the development of these countries. Yesterday, ICESCO signed an agreement with US Space Foundation to coordinate space and space awareness education programs, to provide opportunities for promotion of missions and activities, to organize seminars, conferences, symposium, and involve member state universities and entrepreneurs in the development of the space ecosystem. ICESCO looks forward to collaboration opportunities for its member state in the peaceful use of outer space, exchange of information, and sharing experiences on the development in space science, space technology, and their applications, initiating joint projects, programs of space science, space technology, and their application in its member states and beyond, supporting capacity building, skills development, training, and job opportunities for talented ICESCO member state students and faculty members in different space agencies. Finally, I am very appreciative of the cooperation between ICESCO, its member states, and United States Space Foundation, and I hope this symposium will open new doors of cooperation with others in the future. Thank you for the privilege of speaking here today and attending this important conference.